Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe I'm about to say this. The Royal Rumble 2025 is only a few weeks away. I'm gonna be there, I'm excited, and I want to talk about some surprises that can be happening inside the Royal Rumble match. So this video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, get them through SeatGeek. Use my last name at checkout as your promo code Hodge. Just type in Hodge and you guys will get $20 off your tickets. This is good for any event. It doesn't have to be a wrestling show. Literally any event you need a ticket for, get them through SeatGeek. Use my last name at checkout and you'll get $20 off. This is for first time orders only though, guys. So if you used SeatGeek before, like make a new account with like a new email, you can still use the code and get $20 off for any ticket, for any event in the entire world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it's Royal Rumble season. I'm so excited for this. Royal Rumble is one of my favorite premium live events, one of my favorite types of matches. It's the most exciting match you can see. You got 30 men, all inside the ring, all at the same time, trying to throw each other over the top rope. I mean, there's not 30 in the ring at the same time. There'll be 30 participants in this match. They'll come out as the clock counts down every like minute and a half or whatever. They'll join the match until we have all 30 people. But in the process of that happening, you're also trying to throw everybody out. So it's kind of a really crazy match. But in that minute and a half with just random people being entered, there's a lot of surprises. They like to surprise you. You don't know who's coming out, when they're coming out, and you don't know if you're going to see a return or something crazy. It's wonderful, and that's what we're going to be talking about inside this video. Who's going to come out? What are some surprises that we might see in the men's Royal Rumble match? Of course, I'll do a women's version of this video later on as well for the women's Royal Rumble match. But as for the men, I got 5 names here that would be a huge surprise, at least for me. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump in. Number 5, I'm gonna put as AJ Styles. Now, AJ Styles, of course, has an active contract with WWE. It wasn't like a big, huge surprise or anything like that. The guy's been injured, and he's been having some bad luck with injuries and stuff like that. So maybe, just maybe, he's gonna be healed up in time. I don't know. Out of everyone on this, okay, there's some crazy names on this list, but this one may not be as likely, but it is likely in the sense that he does have a contract in the WWE. He will be back as a wrestler in the WWE. It is happening. We just don't know when. But he's actively injured, so hopefully he's doing better with that, and if he is, he might be in the Rumble match. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, number 4. Number 4 is actually a dual one. I'm kind of breaking the rules here, but this is my video, so there's no rules. I make the rules here because I'm the boss here. So basically, yeah, I'm going to put 2 names in this one, and this is going to be like my AEW version of this. I mean, there's a lot of people from AEW who could show up inside the Rumble match, and that would be cool. But basically, 2 former WWE people from AEW that the contracts are kind of like iffy right now. So I'll put Aleister Black on that, returning to WWE after his stint in AEW, which is very possible because, you know, Andrade did the same thing. The next name's kind of unlikely from AEW, but I think it would be cool, and that name is actually Dustin Rhodes. So it's Cody Rhodes' brother, aka Gold Dust. So I don't know if he would come out as Gold Dust or do the Dustin Rhodes thing. But you know, Cody's there. Cody's the main guy, so it's not out of the question. There's definitely a spot there. There's always been a spot there for Gold Dust or Dustin Rhodes or whatever. So I don't know. Those are 2 names who are kind of like an iffy spot in AEW. We don't know if they're continuing with them, and they might be in the WWE. So that would be cool. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All right, the next name, number 3. This one is a bit out there, and I know what's happening one day. One day, this guy is going to be returning to the WWE. I just don't know if it's right now. But, I mean, the timing may be right. I mean, it is 2025 after all. It's been a while since we've seen him in the company, and I feel like everyone always talks about him every time we hear the Rumble thing. So, number 3, I'm putting Matt Cardona. So, Matt Cardona, also known as, or formerly known as Zack Ryder. So, of course, he's made a very large name for himself out in the indie scene of professional wrestling. So, if he returned, the question would be, would he be Zack Ryder? Because he was that in WWE before, but notably, or I should say arguably, like he may be bigger than with the Matt Cardona name now. I don't know, but nonetheless, I'd love to see this guy back in the WWE. Even if it's just for one night, even if it's just for that Royal Rumble match, I would love to see it. Is it happening? I mean, it's possible. I mean, his wife is in the WWE, and I don't think Cardona has like a bad relationship with WWE or powers that be or whatever. So I think honestly, it's very possible, maybe more likely than any year previously. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Matt Cardona / Zack Ryder in the Royal Rumble. It may be happening. And this may be the year. This one may be the most plausible on this entire list. All right, number 2. Number 2 is it's not super far out there because he's got a good relationship with WWE and all that. It's more of an injury issue, and if I say the name, you guys are gonna know exactly the issue and who I'm talking about. So number 2, I'll be putting as Big E. So Big E, of course, former WWE World Champion Big E, former New Day member Big E, or is he still New Day? I don't know what we call him anymore. He's not an active wrestler, so he came in the tag team active wrestling-wise. But nonetheless, Big E has broke his neck, right? Broke his neck a few years ago. It's been healing up. He's been doing what he can to see if he could wrestle again. I believe the doctors are saying, yeah, he could wrestle again, but there is a large risk there, and if he wants to take that risk of having major lifelong issues, then do it, because he doesn't really have any major issues out of the neck. It was a pretty clean thing that was able to be healed up pretty nicely and doesn't affect his day-to-day life really at all. So ultimately, does he want to take that risk, or have the doctor's opinions changed and said, you're all right, just take care of yourself, don't overwork yourself or something like that? I don't know. And personally, I don't think anybody on this worldwide YouTube world knows. I think the only person that really knows absolutely is Big E himself. So they've been doing some stuff on TV with him. He's not been like wrestling or being physical quite yet, but we'll have to wait and see where it goes. But Royal Rumble return would be amazing, and it's worth noting that Big E is not the only wrestler who's broke his neck, who's came back and wrestled for years upon years. And Edge is a great example of this. Daniel Bryan's a great example of this. So I mean, it's not impossible. It's completely up to him and his unique circumstances. So we'll have to wait and see. But Big E in the Royal Rumble would be absolutely so cool. A huge pop, a huge surprise, and I would love to see that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're at the top of the list here. We're at number 1. So I'm gonna say though, there's been a lot of big names already announced for this that would have been great surprises in the Royal Rumble match itself, and those names, of course, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has announced he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match for the first time since 2020, because he was champion for the entire run or whatever. Like Roman Reigns is going to be in that match. Also, another big name that's been has announced they're going to be in the match and pretty much headlining, and the big attraction for this show, of course, is John Cena. John Cena's retirement tour is happening right now. This is the first premium live event of the retirement tour. This is John Cena's shot to win the Rumble and go on to WrestleMania to maybe capture his another championship and be a 17-time world champion on his last year in the WWE. So, I mean, that's a great thing of that. So there's been a lot announced for this already, is my point. But what more could you add to this if you're looking? What's the biggest thing you can add to this if the person is available? Number 1, I think it's pretty obvious here. Number 1 is going to be The Rock. So The Rock, he's been filming movies, he hasn't been available. The final boss thing, the storyline, I don't know where it's going. So ultimately, there's that. But there's some rumors floating around, as there is always. The Rock could be inside the Royal Rumble match. Maybe John Cena's going to win the Rumble, but maybe the last 2 in that match are The Rock and John Cena, and you have that. Or maybe Roman Reigns is in there somehow. I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities of crazy things we're going to see inside this Rumble. But what I do know is we're having Roman Reigns, Cena, and like 28 other people inside this Rumble, and it's going to be a hell of a show. I can't wait to see it live, that is. I will be there. Royal Rumble 2025, Indianapolis, Indiana, Lucas Oil Stadium. The King of Vlogs, Brandon Hodge, will be there. I'm doing a vlog, so look out for that vlog. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, have those notifications on, because the King of Vlog styles going back into action through the lens of this very camera, and I just want to promote that, because I am going to the Rumble. It's going to be a big thing. I'm doing a vlog, so make sure to look out for that. I can promote the heck out of that, and promote the heck out of Royal Rumble, because it's going to be a huge trip, and I hope you guys are excited for that. If you're ready for another Brandon Hodge vlog for the Royal Rumble 2025, give me a hell yeah in the comment section down below. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm your one and only undisputed King of Vlog Style, Brandon Hodge, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.